All right. My name is Shane Creighton. You also may know me as Droid, and we're here with Blake Hammock, aka
Howdy.
Russell, aka Patrick Mahomes, aka the
Trooper
catcher
King.
from Sandlot.
Or the Great Hambino.
Or the Great Hambino. Or what is
Balake from the...
Balake.
Okay.
Say it right.
It's pronounced Blake.
Say it right. Balake.
Okay, this is
Oh God.
from
Say it right.
Comedy Central
Say
special.
it right.
Balake.
There you go. Was it that hard? All right.
You want to go to
Don't
war,
mess up,
Balake?
Aaron.
You want to go to no? It was you want to go to war, Aaron?
You want to go to war, Balake?
No, it was Aaron.
You done messed up, Aaron.
Go to Oshag Hennessy's office.
Oh, Shaq Hennessy! Bro, Shaughnessy! Oh my God! No.
There you go, dude. We got him rolling. Let's go.
All right. Oh my God. All right. Back to the hot topic about the hot bats. Torpedo bats would be bad. It is gotten to a point
They
where
hit 4 runs. They drove in 4 runs, all off of homers. And they only hit 4. I think they only hit 8 runs that entire game. So they left 4 on base, and they were just bloop singles with dudes not using the torpedo bat. Something has to be done, MLB. Please, for the love of God. Or else I'm going to be saying something that you should have to clip in the mic again. Do you want me to?
no.
Well, do you know what I think of torpedo bats?
No. I'm about to reach over here and beat your ass.
Joking.
Like a father right now. If you don't watch your mouth, I'm gonna go over there and beat your ass. It reminds me of that
The tuck rule bit. That's what I was relating to.
it reminds me of the that one
Or
comedian.
not the tuck rule, but the
Oh, yeah.
what was it? The tush push. There we go.
But I was thinking when I said that, I was thinking of the one bit from the comedian where he's like his mother busts down his door like SWAT. And like it was something like if you don't clean this room right now, I'm gonna take that Nintendo cord. I'm gonna take
Roll it
that
up and beat your ass with it.
and stick it in your ass. But I ain't playing with you. This ain't a threat. This is a promise. Try me, motherfucker.
Oh, and then he was hanging out with a white kid.
Yo, dude, this is your space.
This is your area. She can't do that. Do you want me to go talk to her? I could go talk to her.
You's gonna get me in troubles.
Oh,
One of my favorite comedians.
wade in the water.
Okay, now you can't say that.
It
Even
was
if
the
it's-
bit. It was
even
part
if
of the
it's
bit.
referencing.
It's referencing the bit. It's referencing the bit.
And you can't be shouting. We're still in the library.
I know.
But the torpedo bats do need to be banned. It's
Yeah.
it's one of those things where it's like
It's gone. But then the entire
the Yankees. I know the Yankees argument. You could just buy a torpedo bat and do it yourself. What's the point of buying a bat for only 9 players?
Shut up, you greaser fuck.
Or for your best hitters? What's the point of buying a bat for your best hitters when you could just not have to do that? We
Exactly.
shouldn't. Each team
It's
shouldn't.
been
have to
the
spend
same
money
way
on.
for almost 100 years. Why should we have to change it now? Because you had to buy out an MIT student. Who the fuck cares?
But it's bad.
It's bad. It's bad.
It's bad.
We got pumped 4-1, and those shots.
The only runs that came from the
Was off
Yankees.
of-
Be advised, the only runs that came from the Yankees were off of hitters who hit a home run with the torpedo bat.
and especially with the short deck, they barely got it over the short deck. Barely. So that goes to show how much of an effect the torpedo bat has, because these dudes don't have much power to begin with. Like Jazz Chisholm before using a torpedo bat, he only averaged like 1 to 5 home runs a year.
I know he's got 4 already.
Yes, because he's using a torpedo bat. And also,
It's a
to
hot
anybody who's going to Yankees Royals at the K, boo that motherfucker. I don't like him. Worth a fuck.
Who does?
I do not like him.
Who does?
I'm going to.
Besides Yankees fans, who does?
I don't like him. Maybe Marlins fans because they like him because of what
when
he
he was a Marlin, people liked him. When he became a Yankee, nobody liked him no more.
No, because it's literally the Kevin Durant scenario. He just joining him so he can get a fucking ring, which that's even questionable with how bad Aaron Judge is in the playoffs. He was going like 0-30 against the Royals at one point. I saw his batting
And the
average. It was
Dodgers
like
won that series, right?
0.039 against the Royals. Dog, you get paid like $300 million a year and you go fucking dog shit in the playoffs. The fuck are you doing?
Yeah, they barely squeaked past the Royals. They're lucky that the Royals were in that World Series.
They were, kind of. We couldn't really. Bobby was kind of having that same. Honestly, if we're gonna be honest, Bobby was doing the same exact thing. He couldn't hit for shit either.
A lot of players forget how to hit.
I'm gonna be honest.
during the playoffs.
And then also, since we're on baseball, we need to get rid of Hunter Renfroe. He has not been worth the investment. This is a genuine take for me, but what we're paying for Hunter Renfroe now hasn't been worth it whatsoever. He has been mid-tier dog shit because dude, he just forgot how to play right field apparently. Plus, he can't swing a bat worth a fuck anymore, possibly because he's old. But and then also MJ Melendez is batting under the Mendoza line right now. And I thought his new mechanics were supposed to be better, dude.
Listen. Hunter Renfroe, when he was on the Brewers, masterclass, amazing.
He is not good. It's like a Aroldis Chapman on the Royals. It's just not good.
Oh my god! Don't bring that up, okay? We don't bring up Chapman here. We don't. That was a dark time. It was a really dark time.
Yeah, but still, I was contemplating on getting a Aroldis Chapman Royals jersey just for the bit.
You would have regretted that purchase immediately.
Dude, he's going to be a Hall of Famer regardless.
And he'll also be the Hall of Famer that was known for going to the Royals and sucking.
To be honest, he was never used in a closing situation
once. Whole lot of booty.
Yes, it is.
But we got the big question.
That is,
the Thunder have enough to win an NBA championship? We take it to you, Victor.
I don't know if they have enough to win it all. I think they will make a sustained long push in the playoffs. But winning it all, I don't know. Because not just what they had to deal with Cleveland.
Say it right.
Cleveland. I can't even say Cleveland like that because Cleveland has been burning people.
Listen, yeah, they are the best in the East. You want to know something? But the thing is, you want to know what the Thunder is cursed with?
What's that?
It's like the NHL's President Trophy, finishing top of the league.
Right.
That's a curse. And it's been the same story in the NBA as it has in the NHL. I think the last people to break that story was the Celtics. That was last year. Mm-hmm. But there was a good run for a bit where not a single number one
100%. So, just random tag along bit. Whenever the Yankees come the 10th, 11th, and 12th of June, boo Jazz, for the love of God. Boo that motherfucker.
All right, so
and say horrid things if you're behind their dugout.
Here are your 10 Eastern Conference NBA teams who have made the playoffs. The Cleveland Cavaliers. I don't care if they're good. I'm still going to say Cleveland.
Right.
Just like I did with the Guardians, because you know the Guardians are good. And we still say the Cleveland.
That's true.
I still call the Guardians the Tribe. I don't know what you're talking about here.
I agree. I agree with.
Karl Anthony Towns carrying the Knicks to the 3 seed. The Pacers with Tyrese Halliburton having a pretty good year in the 4th seed. 5th seed. This is a shocking one. The Bucks.
The Bucks
have had it pretty rough this year. With
they had a bad year, really bad year. Enough to make me give up on them.
But
about halfway through.
Giannis, sleeper bet for MVP. Giannis has been putting up ridiculous numbers and just going unseen because of Nikolai and Shai going back and forth every other game.
Shai and Jokic.
I said Jokic.
You said Jokic.
Jokic.
Yolk, like
an
egg yolk.
Jokic? I
Jokic.
thought it was Jokic because he's the Joker.
No, it's Jokic. It's how you pronounce it.
Oh,
Jokic.
he's Russian. He doesn't care.
He's not
Jokic.
Russian.
He's
He's
Serbian.
Serbian, you idiot.
He's Serbian.
I mean, it was all part of
He's part of the Serbian
Army
mafia.
Netherlands. Probably. I'm probably gonna get my ass beat for saying that.
But Giannis is questionable with a shoulder injury. This is the Bucks we're looking right now. Giannis questionable shoulder. Dame Lillard out, calf injury. Kevin Porter Jr. questionable wrist injury. Gary Trent Jr. questionable knee. Torrin Prince questionable knee. Ryan Rollins questionable shoulder. Jericho Sims doubtful thumb injury. And Kyle Kuzma is a Buck. You forget that one?
Yeah. I didn't know Kevin Porter Jr. was a Buck.
And by the way,
wasn't he on
free
the...
wings for Detroit is how I say this now.
Yeah.
The Detroit Pistons have made the playoffs.
That's
the
shocking.
year after finishing as the worst team
Gosh, this is
in
like a Royals
NBA
turnaround.
history.
Mm-hmm.
The award. This is not debatable. They did finish as the worst team in NBA history.
Which team is this now?
The Detroit Pistons, led by Cade Cunningham, Malik Beasley, Tim Hardaway Jr., and Asar Thompson.
Wow.
Oh yeah, don't forget Jalen Duren.
Jalen Duren's been a anchor for that team.
But Asar Thompson playing as that backup for Beasley has been good. Dennis Schroeder's having a year.
Sleeper Tobias Harris is on that team as well.
Yeah, that is true. Isaiah Stewart as well.
Yeah.
They just got a few questionable guys. One team I'm not surprised that made the playoffs is the Orlando Magic. Paolo Banchero having the biggest carry of a team in NBA history next to the revival of that Cleveland Cavaliers when LeBron first got there.
Oh, yeah.
Because you got to remember that Cleveland team was nothing. That's why they had that pick. Franz Wagner having, I think he's German, right? Is he German? If he's not German, yeah, he's from Berlin. He's German. Okay. So it is Wagner. I did say that right. I thought I was being hella like bad saying that, but Franz Wagner and Paolo Banchero both averaging 25. And here's a player that everyone forgot existed. Contavious Caldwell Pope.
KCP?
Mm-hmm.
He's been pretty solid.
He's a solid option.
But
here's the problem.
Shooter, really.
He's the starting shooting guard.
His defense isn't that good, is it?
So this is your starting five for the Magic. It's Franz Wagner at small forward, Banchero at power forward. You got Anthony Black, the rookie or second-year rookie at point guard. Goga, but I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce that. I think it's Wendell Carter actually as the starting center, and Contavious Caldwell Pope at shooting guard. Victor, when was the last time we saw KCP start in a lineup?
Probably would have been the Lakers in the bubble, right?
Yeah.
It was a while. It's been
the
a while.
Hawks with a 24.2 point Trae Young make the play in. I gotta remember the play in. The Magic made the play in. And here's a name we haven't heard since Chino Hills. Enyeka Okongwu.
Yeah.
He was a part of that Ball Brothers Chino Hills team, Enyeka Okongwu. He's been that center and a star center for the Atlanta Hawks. Had a hell of a run in the last week of the NBA. They were the number one team. And according to stats, in the last month they were the second best team. In the last week they were the best team. But that might be mainly because, teams resting players. But you know what the Lakers didn't do? Rest anybody.
Yeah, they kept running all those horses.
The Bulls is a shocker.
Yeah.
That's a shocker for me.
That's a shocker.
But also, they really just had to beat out the Raptors.
Yeah, that was actually more or less the Heat had to be out the Raptors.
Oh,
Grady Dick is kind of the only good player on that
Ochai
Raptors
was kind
team.
of giving good.
Abaji, he
Yeah.
hasn't played like
Dude, I
much of
saw him drop a
anything.
30 bomb the other day on Real. Shout out Real Sports, by the way.
That's what I'm using right now to go through the standings. First, is the thing is half of his second rookie year has been wasted in injury.
Ochai?
Yes, Abaji.
I mean, he's a smaller dude, so he's going to, whenever you go up against these big
Mm.
boys as a small forward, you're going to take a lot of the brunt, honestly.
But this is your hopefully I'm right on this. This is your starting lineup for your Chicago Bulls.
Your Chicago Bulls.
At center is going to be the monster from Switzerland, Nikola Vucevic.
Mm-hmm.
At shooting guard, the man from Goldsboro, North Carolina, out of the University of North Carolina, is the 7th pick from 2019, Kobe White.
Mm.
Josh Giddey on the bench.
Josh Diddy.
That left me speechless, honestly. Wasn't he like acquitted of that?
Yeah, because everybody, it was a picture
Old
of him
photo?
younger. Yeah, it was an old photo, so everybody was tweaking over that.
Matis Buzelis at small forward. At point guard before injury was the man from the Eel,
Mm-hmm.
Ao Dasonmu. But I think right now their point guard is Trey Jones out of Duke.
Oh, out of Duke. So you got two guys from the triangle. You got Duke and you got UNC.
And then you got Jalen Smith at power forward from Maryland.
From them Terps, dog.
That's my assumed starting 5. But here's the one that I'm genuinely shocked at. How in the blue hell did the Heat make the playoffs?
Good question.
Andrew Wiggins. That's all I'm gonna say. Andrew Wiggins is actually been pretty decent.
Tyler Hero.
He has been carrying, but I think
Bam Adebayo's almost averaged a double-double.
a game ever since then, really, right?
18.1 points, 9.6 rebounds.
Huh.
He's doing better than most centers in the league.
That's true.
So this is your assumed starting 5 for the Heat. We're going to go back up in the East and do that as well. So
The West.
we're in the East.
Yeah, you mean the West? Go back.
We
up
have to
into
go
the
back
West.
up in the East
Oh,
because
I thought
we
you were
only
mean-
started doing this and the play-in with the play-in teams. You got Tyler Hero at shooting guard. At center, well, we got to do it as like a PA announcer. 6'5" from the University of Kentucky, Tyler Hero. And the
God.
crowd goes mild.
You said the crowd goes mild.
Yes,
That's
the 6'9" center all the way from Kentucky, Bam Adebayo. By the way, having 2 of your starting 5 being from Kentucky, that's chemistry. That's chemistry. That
And then they got blue blood speckled throughout that lineup. Don't forget about
Yeah.
Kate Rock chalking it up. Andrew
6'7",
Wiggins.
the 6'7" small forward from the University of Kansas,
And from,
Andrew Wiggins,
and from Ontario, Canada, I believe.
he is from Toronto.
I thought, my bad.
See, now what if you did it in your golf voice? From Kansas. And
From
No, I'm gonna do
Kansas,
it with this next one.
6'7".
And the 6-foot point guard from Baylor is Davion Mitchell.
Speaking on golf, kind of a round, kind of
We're
a
gonna make a quick little
quick little sidebar. What do you think about the Masters going down the stretch?
It was crazy. It was
Yeah,
actually really
I
good.
thought Roy was about to collapse.
I
Like-
thought so too.
Like he 3-putt that 18th
Yes.
hole.
yes, he did.
He put himself in jeopardy of almost losing to Justin Rose, who, if he would have won that, he would have been the second oldest golfer to ever win the Masters.
Right.
That's a random stat. But then, since Roy McIlroy won in sudden death playoff on the first hole, which was back at 18, he has joined the ranks of Jack Nicklaus, Gary Player, and then I can't remember who else, and then Tiger Woods. After 25 years, after Tiger Woods to date, beat not beat, but won the Grand Slam, which is all 4 majors, which consists of the Masters, the U.S. Open, the PGA Championship, and the Open, aka the British Open.
Mm-hmm.
Ignore this. I'm just opening my soundboard.
It was funny because actually, like what they started off with was the par 3 contest
Yeah.
where Keegan Bradley sinks one.
Remember whenever Tony Finau dislocated his ankle on the par 3 a couple years ago?
What was the name of the man who won the Masters?
Roy McIlroy.
Rory?
Rory McIlroy.
It's Roy. There you go. It's
No,
just
it's Roy.
pronounced because he's Irish.
Listen. All right.
Whip out your-
Imagine like basketball and golf switched up PA announcers.
Oh my God. They kinda did the
5'9" from Hollywood, United Kingdom, Rory McIlroy.
It's a Rory McIlroy, but okay.
From North Carolina at guard 6'6", Michael Jordan.
and at no, I gotta do for Tyler. I gotta do with Andrew Wiggins. I gotta do with the blue blood. And the 30-year-old 6'7" from the University of Kansas, Andrew Wiggins.
This is such a dumb bit. Where this is just an extension onto the bit that we were running last week.
So for those who didn't watch last week's show, I did moments in sports, but golf. And then I did an extended version of that on Snowman in the Morning.
Yeah.
Where I was just like, and Case Keenum in the pocket, pass. Oh my goodness, it's caught by Diggs, and it's gonna be a touchdown. Wow. And the Vikings are gonna win the football game. I have an amazing golf voice. I don't know why.
Yes, you do.
Yeah, you should broadcast the Wichita Open.
Maybe.
That'd be pretty cool.
But one of my favorite ones was doing the claps added on, and also the favorite call I did. It was the and Curry from a very long ways out, and wow, he's done it. The 3-point has gone in.
Also, we're kind of bouncing around here, but just random update on or just my take on it with if y'all have been paying attention. There 2 teams are wanting to move out of the Truman Sports Complex. I think we both kind of know what we're talking about here, but the Royals last year were trying to run a vote around this time to build a ballpark downtown, and it got swatted miserably.
And the whole point is that complex is owned by Lamar Hunt.
Yeah.
But
And it was made
here's your
by
big
his
but.
father.
Lamar Hunt wants to move all 3 teams to be in one location.
Yeah.
He wants SKC, he wants Sporting Kansas City, the Royals, and the Chiefs to be in all one location. And he has threatened a move to Kansas City, Kansas.
Yeah, which Mayor Q, the Kansas City mayor on the Missouri side, verbatim said this. You can look it up. He said this reignites the border war. Buddy, you don't want that because I will come over there and just start wreaking havoc. That's just been your entire time.
Oh my goodness! So one of my friends, Happy, showed me a video from Kansas City, and it was this dude on an ATV that ran over a cop.
It's just been straight pandemonium in KC Mo as of recent, which we're not trying to talk about politics, but it's just been like a general note. It's basically been the Wild West in Kansas City Mo ever since Mayor Q
It's like
control.
It's like the panhandle of Oklahoma before Oklahoma got that panhandle.
Literally.
It's no man's land. Anything happens out here, son. Anything happens out here, son. Because I drank 1 beer. What? 2 beers. What? 3 beers.
Such a dumb bit.
I always find a way to transition back to it.
It's
I
such a
always
funny
find
bit.
a way, though.
Yeah,
But
so-
back to what we were talking about, the NBA.
so
We go back. So the Bucks starting lineup, which is going to be, of course, if all players are healthy, it will be at power forward, the man from Greece, the Greek freak, Giannis Antetokounmpo. At point guard will be number 0, Damian Lillard,
project.
Mm-hmm.
if he's not still out with a calf injury.
Yep.
At center, it's going to be the 7'1" monster from Stanford, Brooke Lopez,
Isn't Robin Lopez still in the league somewhere?
probably. At power
AKA his
forward
brother.
will be the 6'9" man from Flint, Michigan. Went to Utah, Kyle Kuzma. That's weird to say. This is so weird to say. And at shooting guard will most likely be the 6'5" man from Duke, number 5, Gary Trent Jr. And if not, it will probably be Kevin Porter Jr. if Dame decides to switch over to shooting guard. Because, Dame can play shooting guard.
Yeah, he's a combo forward. Or not a combo forward, but a combo guard.
He could play shooting and point.
Yeah.
But they prefer him as the point. Damn. I think one of the biggest reasons why the Indiana Pacers were able to make the playoffs, Siakam.
Yeah.
Pascal Siakam. The absolute maniac from New Mexico State. That's an interesting one. But he is from Cameroon. That's why his name is Siakam. He's got more of a home name. And I noticed that Victor's been a little bit silent and but Tyrese Halliburton will be your point guard. Your power forward will be Pascal Siakam. Your center will be Miles Turner. Your shooting guard will be Benedict Martuin.
Benedict.
Yes, Benedict Martuin.
Bro, his first name's out here built like he about to slap me with leather gloves and challenge me to a fucking duel.
Impossibly.
Knave, I challenge you to a duel.
And most likely at small forward is going to be Obi Toppin or Andrew Nemrod.
Probably. Obi Toppin seems like a better, like he has
option.
more like.
And this
athletic
is the
ability.
interesting story of the New York Knicks. Questionable with a knee, questionable with an ankle, questionable with a knee, questionable with a thumb.
A thumb?
So in order of those injuries, it's questionable with a knee, Karl Anthony Towns, who's averaged a double-double. Questionable with an ankle is Jalen Brunson.
Mm-hmm.
Questionable with a knee is Josh Hart. And questionable with a thumb is OG Anunoby. And that's basically your entire lineup. Because you got Karl Anthony Towns at power forward, Brunson at point guard, and you got Bridges at small forward. You could throw Achiuwa at
Precious Achiuwa.
Yeah.
Who went?
At
Did he go to
power
Daytona?
forward. And they ain't really got many good centers, so I'd throw probably Mitch
But
Robinson.
Precious originally was about to take an offer from Kansas, if y'all remember way back whenever he was coming out of high school. Precious originally had a offer, and he was probably.
It just sounds like a pit bull that's about to eat my face.
I swear, it, don't buy it.
And then we go to the Celtics, which is Tatum at small forward, White at shooting guard, or Brown, depending on who's injured and who's not. At point guard, it's probably going to be Drew Holiday. At center, it's going to be Porzingis, and we all know it. Nobody wants to see Al Horford.
Al Horford.
That him and Miles Turner are freaking relics.
And then for your power forward, it's probably going to be Sam Hauser or even Derek White. I think Derek White can play.
Hot take. Svi Mikhailuk.
No.
I'm joking.
Is he even on this roster?
I think. I don't know.
He's not. He's not on this roster. He's probably in the G League, brother.
Yeah, or he's on a bottom feeder team.
A G League.
Which
Cleveland Cavaliers.
Here, I'll answer this question.
The shooting guard, Donovan Mitchell. Power forward, Evan Mobley. point guard
He's
Darius
on the
Garland,
Jazz.
Jarrett Allen at center, and small forward DeAndre Hunter. That's insanely stacked.
Yeah.
All averaging over 15. Except Jarrett Allen, of course, because he's a center. But
Jared Allen, another Big 12 kid out of Texas.
yeah, that's true. Wasn't KD out of Texas?
Yeah, that too. Yeah. He was a one and done
But
kid, but
now we move on to
he
the
played
West.
against I think Nick Collison played against him in college.
I
I don't know if this is a true statement, but I think he did.
So we go to boom here. Yes,
Where's your
we
next?
did it right. We found this. Yay.
Yay.
For your Western. I just gotta open to this and look for basically any team that I can.
There's Ant.
So for the Hawks tomorrow, here's your likely starting lineup: is Trey Young at point guard, at shooting guard, Dylan Daniels at small forward, is Risaker. I can't even read. At power forward is, I can barely read this. Like, it's so far away. Muhammad, I'm gonna say Gay.
Yeah, but I can't say gay.
Yeah, it's his name though. And at
Rudy
center is
Gay.
Onyeka Okongwu.
Okay.
At point guard,
I can't say
for
gay.
Okay,
Orlando,
then I'm just gonna start using that. Then I'm just
At-
gonna start saying that's very Rudy Gay.
At point guard is Corey Joseph for the Magic. Shooting guard is Kadavius Caldwell Pope. Small forward Franz Wagner. Power forward Pablo Banchero. And at center is gonna be Wendell Carter.
Junior.
And here's the West.
Memphis.
And this is an interesting one. For Memphis is Ja Morant at point guard.
Mhm.
At shooting guard, Desmond Bane. At small forward, Vince Williams. At power forward is Jaren Jackson. And center, Zach Edey.
Dude, what about random sidebar again?
Okay.
Did any of y'all hear about Mike Budenholzer getting fired out of Phoenix right before?
Yeah,
the
we
playoffs?
talked about it on the show.
Yeah.
At point guard for the Warriors is going to be Steph Curry. Shooting guard, Brandon Podziemski. I know Snowman's going to be mad at me butchering that. Shut up. Moses Moody at small forward. Power forward is Jimmy Butler. And center is the choker himself, literal and figurative, Draymond Green.
And also
He
One
said
Punch
the
Man.
Joker himself.
Also, maybe One Punch Man if you get the bit that I'm talking about here.
One punch.
So it seems like the Warriors are going with a small ball lineup.
No, but small ball. That is like their stacked lineup. What are you on about?
But I mean, like height wise, it's small ball.
They're gonna go by backdoor cuts and perimeter shooting.
Yeah.
Because if I'm the Warriors, that's what I would do. I'll stick with what works.
Okay, there we go. We got a list of all the teams, and there's their average and normal starting five. So for OKC at the 1 seed, ended the season 68-14 with a .829
Fifth
win percentage.
best.
Point guard Shai Gilgeous or SGA, PGA, USA, Legacy Vibe.
I'm about to pull a bit from Ant. Hell no.
To pull out the what was his name? I gotta look through the lineups to find him. The Kawhi
Goofy.
SGA at point guard, Kaysen Wallace at shooting guard, Lugens Dort.
It's Lucius Dort.
That's his Lugens.
It's pronounced Lucius.
Lucius Dort at small forward, Jalen Williams at power forward, and Isaiah Hartenstein at center.
If they go up
There is
against
a name that is missing from there. Is he out with a season-ending injury?
No, he came back.
Chet?
Yeah, Chet's back. They've been running Chet for a while.
Where is he?
I don't know, man.
For the 2 seed,
But I would be
is-
surprised if they run Chet and Isaiah at some point. But I think Chet has been having limited minutes to try to not re-aggravate whatever he's done, I guess. I haven't been really sure. I don't watch the NBA. All I really watch is college basketball.
But for the 2 seed, my Houston Rockets, it's point guard from Wichita State, undrafted Fred VanVleet, Jalen Green at shooting guard, small forward Dylan Brooks, at power forward is Jabari Smith Jr., and at center is going to be Alperen Şengün. Pretty solid lineup for the Rockets. I think it's more of the depth lineup because they also have Aaron Holiday on that lineup. They also have Amen Thompson in the back of their pocket that they could use. Tari Eason, Cam Whitmore, Steven Adams is still in the league looking for a ring.
See, what do you mean? You mean still in?
How old do you think Steven Adams is?
He's not. He's maybe only been in the league for like 5 years.
You think he would have given up by this point? And by the way, brother,
Dude, he's an Aussie. He's not gonna give up that easy. Or
he's not Aussie. He's New Zealand, you idiot.
New Zealand.
He's a Zealander.
But they don't give up.
No. Let me say it in
He
Aussie
grew up
terms.
playing freaking.
Oh no. Let me put it into Aussie terms. He's an Islander.
Yeah. But
No,
still,
New York. He's an Islander.
but still, those dudes
Got
grew
some
up
hockey in there
playing
somewhere.
Rugby. Those dudes are built a different breed. He ain't gonna give up that easy.
Brother, he's been in the league since 2013.
Damn. I do
12
not know.
seasons.
I do not know ball. I do not know ball.
So yeah, me saying still in the league makes sense because he's been in the league since 2013 with OKC.
Yeah, but still, I don't think his career is.
Listen, look, from 2013 to 2019, he was with
Done.
OKC for like barely even a year. He was with the Pelicans and again got injured. He was with the Grizz, then got injured, and now he's on the Rockets.
He might be having to wear. I think he's wearing one of those sleeves like Rudy Gobert does, where it has the brace under the sleeve type thing. But I don't think his career is nigh undone. He ain't done yet. I know that.
Once he gets a ring, he should be able to retire happy. And then we got the Los Angeles Fakers at the 3 seed, 50-32 record.
Fakers is crazy.
.610 record. The Nuggets finished with the same 18 games behind the Thunder. At point guard, the only good player on this team is going to be Austin Reeves. Shooting guard Dalton Neck. Small forward Rui Hachimura. Power forward LeBron James.
Wait,
no. This is old.
Yeah, what I was about to say. Where's Luka?
At point guard would actually be Luka. At shooting guard would be Austin Reeves. At small forward would be Rui Hachimura. At power forward would be LeBron James. Who the fuck is their center?
Ain't no pretender. Oh my God, the Lakers need a center.
Oh my mama, the Lakers. Why are you here? The Lakers need a center.
Enter Mo Bamba.
It's Jackson Hayes is the center, or Max Kleber, but
yeah,
Austin Reeves is listed as shooting guard. I don't know why they have him at point guard. But I'm assuming that this is going to be the lineup for the Thunder. Is going to be Shea, Kaysen, Lucius, Jalen, and Chet is going to be that lineup for the Thunder. But I think all of this is before they got Thompson, right? Yeah, right now, actually, this is their lineup. After Thompson cracked into the starting, it was Fred VanVleet, point guard from Wichita State, Jalen Green, shooting guard number 4, Amen Thompson, not Asar, small forward, Dylan Brooks, number 9, at power forward, and Alperen Şengün, number 28. I should have known this. I played with the Rockets on NBA 2K.
Dog.
I play with the Rockets on 2K and I don't even know the damn lineup.
Man,
What am I doing?
I don't even play 2K for 2K. I just load the NCAA roster in there, dude.
This was their lineup last game. This is their starting lineup last game. Brody. Listen. You're ready to laugh.
Okay.
The dog.
I'm going to do from center to point guard.
Dude from, I think he was from Georgetown, Alex Len.
Alex Len at center.
Kansas
Markieff
legend
Morris,
Markieff Morris,
Shake
Dalton Connect, and then
Dalton
Bronny.
Necht, and Bronny James. He actually started a game.
They're just doing it for the clout, man. There's no way they actually thought, oh, that's a good idea.
Since Luka has joined the team, this has been their starting lineup. It has been Luka at point guard, Austin Reeves at shooting guard, Rui Hachimura at small forward, LeBron James at power forward, and Jackson Hayes at center.
But, yeah.
You hear that?
Yep.
You got any Lakers comments to make?
No, I don't fear for what happened earlier with Playmaker.
Oh, you don't want smoke.
No, but here's the thing: the Lakers have the tools. It's just again, you have two ball hawks who you don't know who's going to take the lead on any given game. So that's the only issue I have with the Lakers on that. It's either going to be Bron's team or it's going to be a Lucas team, but I don't know if it could be both of their teams.
So here is the lineup for the Denver Nuggets.
Denver.
Jamal, playoff Murray, because he's only really good in the playoffs. Russell Westbrook at shooting guard.
Did you just say Westbrook?
Yes.
That man's name is Westbrook. It's a family name.
At center forward
Westbrook.
is Christian Brahms.
What do you mean Brahms?
Is it not his name?
No, it's Christian Braun. He was born in Missouri and he played at the University of Kansas and was a very big key part of that title-winning team in 2022.
I know.
Maybe the guy going
Michael
forward for the
Porter
Hawks at that point.
Jr.
Okay.
at power forward. He's not on the team anymore, of course. So right now at power forward, they have Aaron Gordon. And of course, at center,
What happened to MPJ? Did they trade him?
motherfucker, were you not even listening?
You said he wasn't part of the team.
He's on the Bucks.
Oh.
Well,
Michael Porter Jr.'s on the Bucks.
Well, here's the thing with Denver, and this is why I'm not totally sold on them.
They play the Clippers in the first round, by the way.
Okay, well, they might have a chance of beating them, but it's like you basically screwed yourself by saying we're going to go ahead and fire our coach now in the middle of a playoff session. Like, really?
Yeah.
All because two guys had a disagreement. You couldn't postpone and say, "Look, we got to get on the same page so we can win this. We can win this ring." No, we're just going to fire one person. Now we're scrambling to find a coach that's going to be able to lead them into a possible championship run.
Or be competent to lead in the playoffs in general.
Exactly.
At the 5 seed is the Clippers. This is their last starting lineup, which was point guard James Harden.
James Harden, you a bitch.
Shooting guard Chris Dunn, small forward Norman Powell, power forward Kawhi Leonard, and center Ivica Zubac. Not a bad lineup.
No, not a bad lineup at all.
James Harden is rated at an 88 right now. Not even in 2K. This is like overall.
What's that on Madden?
What is it on Madden?
37 games for Kawhi Leonard, and he has a 95.
Because
He's only played 37 games.
what is he on 2K? More than that, I guess.
It's like an 86.
86.
Well, yeah, Kawhi's washed.
No, I was talking about
Harden.
Yeah, it's
yeah,
a
Harden's
100%.
washed too. And then you got the Timber.
T-Wolves.
T-Wolves, the Timberwolves.
Yeah, them T-Wolves. Yeah, them T-Wolves.
Okay.
Them T-Wolves. Yeah.
Mr. I don't want to pay. We got at shooting guard. Mr. I don't want to pay child support. I'll just pay all up front. Anthony Edwards.
I don't want to
AKA
pay child
Dodge
support.
and baby mama Anthony Edwards.
Anthony Dodge and baby mama Edwards.
We got to do point guard first, which is
I
Mike
know. I
Conley
just wanted to say that bit. It's been building.
at an 81 overall.
Anthony,
season.
I need Maury Edwards.
Mike Conley, shooting guard Anthony Edwards, small forward Jalen McDaniels, power forward has been playing pretty well for the team. Julius Randle. A lot to say about Julius Randle. He's been team hopping, hasn't he?
Yeah,
And it's not
Yes, he
even
has.
like voluntary team hopping.
it's
Yeah,
been
he's just been
because
pushed around. He's been pushed around from
He's
team
like,
to team.
He was mentored by Kobe, wasn't he?
Yeah, he
I
was
think
on
so.
that.
Remember
Team
when he
with
made that
Kobe
selfish
with
play and Kobe looked at him like
D'Lo.
he was crazy, and then he hit the shot and he was like,
Okay.
and then I remember Kobe said in an interview, he's like, and they were like, "What do you think of Julius Randle?" He's like, he's playing like a grown ass man.
Pretty much.
I think that's what he said. I could probably find the.
No, it was him saying whenever he got into it with I think someone on another team, but he said he dealt with it like a grown ass man.
It was post game. I think it was game 3. I don't remember.
Or I took that out of context, I guess.
Kobe, when you look at Randall and the way he's affecting the games, what are you most impressed with?
His overall skill. I mean, he can do everything. He can rebound, he can post, he can push the ball, he can pass, he can do everything.
I know how you like to work with young players and encourage them to do. What specifically are you telling him?
Well, I mean, just to continue to read the floor. I mean, just just reading the defense and kind of the ebb and flows of the game. But he picks that up naturally.
You look more like you.
Kobe Bryant.
More like you out there. Do you feel like you're getting the rhythm you need to be in?
Well, yeah, it's coming. It's coming. Still kind of taste testing a few things, but I feel great.
Do you put any importance on the result of these games? Even when you were playing, when Phil was a coach, you were losing a lot of the 2 cares.
I mean, a little bit. I mean, a lot of the guys are getting a great opportunity and don't necessarily have the experience to close games out down the stretch.
It's not the interview I was talking about.
I think it was that short clip that I was talking about up there. The one with Kobe.
I think,
Yeah, that's a push and a half.
Yeah.
How do you think Julius Randle responded to that?
Responding like Julius Randle. Responding like a grown ass man.
Right?
Exactly.
That's KG, I think.
That's washed
Kevin
KG.
Garnett.
That's washed KG, man.
That's
is Kevin Garnett. You wrong for that.
Yeah, I'm not wrong.
Yeah, you wrong for that.
That's washed KG.
Timberwolves KG was washed. You were you right? Second time Timberwolves KG.
I was saying
Yeah, we
second time
better
maybe.
specify.
First
Second,
time, no.
post Celtics, post the truth.
Post.
Actually,
We the
post
best
the
in
net.
the world.
Actually, post the Nets because I think he went back to Minnesota after he played with the Nets. Whenever they all transferred.
Yeah,
to
the Nets
New
is where
Brooklyn.
you kill your career.
Pretty much. I mean,
Shadow
Katie's
Realm
kind of
Wireless.
made that happen. Made that announced.
That's where the
Yeah,
shadow
to the
realm
fact that
is.
his son
Especially
didn't even make the
Ben
playoffs.
Simmons.
Ben John Cena Simmons.
Talks about Ben Simmons in 2025.
Wait, Ben John Cena Simmons? You can never see him?
Isn't he on the Clippers?
No, he's still on the Nets.
He's on the Nets. You just never see him because he doesn't play.
Unless if they're getting dog walked, then maybe.
I swear to God, I saw Ben Simmons on the Clippers. I'm not tripping.
No.
Oh,
But
wait,
they
this
got
is
Lu-
this is the Tims.
Yeah, but they got the T-Wolves got Iowa State legend Luka Garza, or not Iowa State, but Iowa legend Luka Garza.
No, I'm tripping. I really am tripping.
Yeah, he's on the. No one else would take Ben Simmons.
Yeah, no
That
one
man-
would take this.
I still see every now
Dude,
and
by
then.
the way,
I
you
see
want to know
it
something
posted
funny?
on,
They got Ben Simmons listed as a center on 2K because they
Well,
say he's
Brooklyn-
gained so much weight.
Brooklyn doesn't have any mid-post games anyway, so that kind of tracks.
Yeah. So
We
one time,
go to the
I was
Nets.
walking around in Kansas City and I saw a post-it Lost and it said Ben Simmons jump shot.
What jump shot?
Exactly.
What jump shot are you on about, brother? By the way, my parents aren't even home. They're down in Wichita. Shout out my family. They're in Wichita right now, trying to buy a car. And I hate our accounting guys because they forgot not only the Dodge's paperwork, but they also forgot the Mazda's paperwork, the paperwork they needed to buy the car,
Oh God!
the registration.
Right.
It's still at M&M.
Oh.
M&M accounting.
like
The one over there on 45th.
Like the chocolate.
If I don't have headphones to throw off, so I'm like kind of pissed because I ain't got the headphones to throw off. You know, I don't really take that disrespect lightly, my brother.
It was just a joke.
Lord
But-
have mercy.
Are we kind of finished up with the NBA right here?
Besides going through the rest of the seeds, it's pretty obvious you got the Warriors, Grizzlies, Kings, and Mavericks as your play-in teams. We're
Yeah.
not going to care about those starting lineups because we already said the Warriors and Grizz. I just don't care about the Kings or the Mavs,
Yeah.
especially the Mavs. Actually, they traded Luka.
So, kind of another extended bit. This was from our lost footage, but as of yesterday, I got sent a link, and it's
Mike Vernon.
not Mike Vernon, not the Mike Vernon link, but they're now doing name the team contest for the FPHL team coming to Topeka.
I did the Capitals.
I did the Tornadoes. I would have. I wish the Twisters would have been an option. It sounds way better off the tongue, but
No, the Topeka Capitals. I like that just because I want a team that I can watch that might have cool jerseys.
the Twisters or Tornadoes are gonna be tough, in my
They're
opinion.
not going to have cool jerseys like the Washington Capitals have.
They just do a throwback Washington Capitals jersey. Is gonna be funny as hell.
That was the old Topeka Capitals jerseys. Yeah, they were just basically Washington Capitals ripoffs. But they were fire. It didn't matter.
Well, I guess we'll see what people are voting on.
I don't want to say Topeka Capitals hockey. I don't want to say Topeka Roadrunners hockey because that tarnishes the legacy of the Roadrunners.
Mhm.
I don't want to say Topeka Scarecrows.
Yeah, it's got to be the Tornadoes.
It's got to be one of the other options on there.
It was Tornadoes, and then it was 4. You got
Right.
Scarecrows, you got Tornadoes, you got Capitals, and you got Roadrunners.
Yeah, you do not want to be
That was the 4.
scarecrows.
Yeah, here it is.
Or the
It's Scarecrows, Tornadoes, Wizards, Roadrunners, and Capitals. I love that logo.
it's basically just a Capitals logo.
But it's still a fucking cool logo.
Dude, the Twisters have it in.
You. That is a terrible logo. It looks like it came from Canva.
Okay, bro, calm down.
Hold on. Let me show y'all this logo he's praising so much and calling cool.
But they could do something else. I mean,
look,
it's just
look at this.
they-
Look at that.
Okay.
That looks like it's straight out of Canva.
they could do something else. It's just a starter logo. They haven't even done a logo contest or anything
This
yet.
logo, the Roadrunners logo, is the logo they actually used. The
For-
Scarecrows logo was the logo they actually used. The Capitals logo looks cool. I like
The
that.
Roadrunners logo is what they used for the FPHL.
Yeah,
neutral site
that
event.
bullshit. That bullshit $50 hoodie you bought.
Dude. No one else is gonna have that. It's history.
Just watch the resells, buddy.
I'm not gonna resell it. What do you think I am?
A narc.
Okay.
Damn.
Okay then.
Then kind of keeping it local. Well, I'm gonna go back to what we were talking about earlier, or at least my take on what I think the Chiefs and Royals might do if they're gonna move. If the Royals move first, it's gonna make it might make Lamar Hunt want to stay in the stadium his dad built, and then build like an entire area around that and tear down Kauffman. But because there's talk about the Royals instead of moving to Kansas City, Kansas, there's talk about them moving to the Northland. Good talk about them moving to the Northland.
But the Missouri governor and the Kansas City mayor has already said no. So if he still tries to go ahead with the building plans, that is illegal.
That's true, but I mean, it's pretty much looking like both teams are getting ready to move out of Kansas City, Missouri.
But I would say
Because
tearing
these star
down-
bonds that Kansas has look really promising for both of these teams because they're able to make massive stadiums or make really cool looking stadiums at least.
Yeah, but here's the thing: the K, you can't get rid of the K. I'm sorry, you can't.
But no, you can't. I think you can't get rid of the. You can get rid of the K. You can't get rid of Crown Vision.
Can't get rid of the Arrowhead. too much history behind that.
Yeah,
that,
it's going to
that
become a
structure.
historical landmark. But if they're going to make a new stadium, they have to move Crown Vision. It's a must. For me.
Mhm.
Crown Vision is the
How are they going
staple.
to move it?
Airlift.
Airlift.
How long do you think are they going to have to keep it in the air?
Once they get the stadium done, and then, dude, you know that they could use the government refueling planes and stuff like that, right?
That is government. That is military property. You think the military going to come out just for these stupid?
Or they could use like balloons. I mean, like a bunch of weather balloons. I've seen it happen. You can look it up.
This is my co-host.
I've seen it happen. I'm just into random shit, but I've seen it happen where they move big products or big items with tons of weather balloons, and they're pretty big weather balloons too. Instead of using,
Yeah, but I'm still gonna be like, brother, you just on some bullshit right now.
dude, but they have to move Crown Vision, or they tear it down bit by bit and move it on semi trucks, and then they rebuild it.
That's how it's gonna happen.
Yeah, that's probably the best way they're gonna do it. But that's
the
my
only
take.
way they're gonna do it because
That
it's less
too.
expensive.
That too.
Because despite Lamar Hunt's big plans and visions, he's still cheap.
That's very true.
Have you
Yes, it is.
seen the food at Arrowhead?
It's not good.
The burgers,
Yeah.
the fries.
Yeah. That
guess they're
bratwurst that I had
unseasoned.
at the divisional round was kind of mid. I'm gonna be honest.
You said you threw up after that game,
Whenever I got home, yeah.
and you said you thought you got food poisoning, and it turns out you did because you didn't even show up to work the next day.
Exactly.
Yeah, he got food poisoning from a bratwurst at the K.
Not the K, but Arrowhead.
No, that wasn't at Arrowhead. You said
No, I got a bratwurst during halftime at Arrowhead, the divisional round.
you did.
Yeah.
I didn't see you.
Yeah, I was in the concourse.
I was in the concourse too. After I got my drink refilled, I went around the entire stadium. Didn't even see you once.
There was a lot of people. And I'm a short guy.
I'm short too, idiot.
Short kings out here. Rise up.
Victor, how tall are you?
6'2".
Yeah, I'm 5'10".
You're short.
That's the average height universally. Or in the
Yes,
United
it is.
States, it's 5'10".
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
5'10",
Look it up.
5'11" is the average height.
Yes, look it up.
5'9".
Basically 5'10". 5 feet, 137. Okay. And yeah, it's 5'9", 5'10".
You want to know how tall I am, Blake?
What?
I am 5'7". I'm not 6'7". I'm 5'.
6'7". We got him, folks. We got him rattled. Come on, you knew I was about to hit that, John.
You pissed me off.
It was funny, man. It was funny.
Piss me off. It's not that funny.
It was hilarious.
It's not that funny.
Man, you said 6'7". You knew exactly what was about to happen.
But brother, like, look, I stand next to this door. I'm only about to hear. Now stand your ass up.
Okay.
You can reach up your arm and touch that. No effort.
Yeah.
Look, move away. I gotta get on my tippy toes to do that.
He's T-Rexing it, dog. I'm joking. I'm joshing, man. I'm joshing, man. Please don't hurt me. It's all jokes. It's all
Why are you
jokes.
saying please don't hurt me like I'm about to do something?
Please don't hurt me. Please, I'm only
You saying please don't hurt me like I'm about to do something to
It
you.
was a joke. Okay. So, in other news, we're going to go back to something we've been covering quite regularly here on the show, Kansas baseball. We have been on a 4-game losing streak. We are at an overall record of 27-10, and our home split's 13-3 and 12-7. We've kind of been dropping the ball, and we're like 5th in the Big 12 standings right now for it. So, yeah. Okay. So, yeah,
I'll say it was still a pretty good record though.
Yeah.
That's that
it's
bad.
been a bunch of, but we got, as of right now, we got Wichita State tonight at 6.
Mhm.
And on Friday, Saturday, Sunday is the Sunflower Showdown.
A Sunflower Showdown.
Kansas versus Kansas State.
Ah,
Yeah. And then we go to Nebraska, Utah. Then we got the Border War, which I think we're planning on going to on April 29th at Lawrence against Missouri.
We do not care.
Okay.
wow.
That's tough. That sucks.
I meant this one.
And then
We do not care.
okay, the Mike Tomlin. And then we got Cincinnati at home. That should be light work. Then we go on the road to Columbia for another Border War showdown. We got BYU. We finish out the year against West Virginia in West Virginia. Bro, come on. I'm just trying to give the lineup here.
We do not care.
God.
Did you really just bleep yourself on a show where you don't need to bleep yourself?
No.
Nobody cares. Nobody cares.
Bruh.
I think one of the funniest things I ever did on the show where it was like where Brian swore. I was like, yeah, Brian, stop fucking swearing.
Yeah.
I really want to call Father O'Shaughnessy, but he's got stuff to do. He's got stuff to do today. But the deemed fit line is open. If you ever want to call us, the number will be 785-925-7201. Yeah, if you want to get on the line, you got to listen back to that and listening to him multiple times unless you're a good listener.
Yeah. But I mean, then the Kansas City Royals, like we said, has been on a rough stretch. And then, you know, just been kind of mellowed out here recently. So,
You can keep talking.
trying to think what else. You know what? Dark Horse.
Ray,
Hello? What's up?
we're live with Grilled Sports. Anything you want to say to the show you once were a part of?
I just do great things.
What is the quote of the day for the folks listening at home?
I ain't got one.
Come on, just use the Gretzky quote and we'll move on. All right. Hey, Ray, you got any? You got the quote of the day for us?
You miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
Thank you so much, Ray. You have a great rest of your day.
You too.
That is Comedy Gamer Ray, aka Ace Chips, former member of Grilled Sports. He is
Nice.
working with I think Quincy College in Missouri. Some like Missouri University. I don't remember.
Misery.
We're ending the show.
Okay.
But the NHL playoffs is on the way.
Yep.
Basically every seed has been kind of settled except the Central Division and the Western Conference. The Wild and the Blues have yet to clinch because them Flames are only a game behind, and they play the Golden Knights and the Kings to end their season. They got a gauntlet to go through if they want to make the playoffs. But the Blues, they have to beat just Utah to finish out their season.
Yeah.
And if they beat Utah, they clinch.
That's dope.
Because I think they have a tiebreaker over the Flames. So keep an eye on Golden Knights Flames tonight at 8 p.m. If the Flames lose, that's basically game over.
For Connor McDavid making it back to the Stanley Cup.
That's his puck knowledge for you folks. He does not know the difference between the Calgary Flames and the Edmonton Oilers.
Oh fuck.
Yeah.
But ask me anything college hoops, I'll probably know.
What is the farthest a 16 seed has made it?
Farthest to 16 seed. I think it was I had to I'm racking my brain. Give me a second. Don't even play that fucking shit. I'm thinking, dude. Okay. Let me think. It had to be something. I think it might have been Wichita State Final Four, right? Or no?
Mm-hmm.
That has to be a good guess because I think they were a 16,
so.
15 seed. For the 16. It was second round UMBC after beating West Virginia.
Round of 32.
Oh. But
Here's all the seeds. Like the 116s. Throughout the years.
yeah.
Let's do farthest each seed has gone.
Mm-hmm.
Has gone in March
But
Madness.
since you were talking about the NHL,
So from Bet Firm, worst seeded teams to reach the Final Fours: LSU, George Mason, VCU, Loyola, Chicago, UCLA, and NC State.
you got. Oh, this is going to be a good one. So, you got the Kings. You said after the
entire
Golden
East is
Knights.
clinched.
Yeah. So then, what you got at the Eastern? Did you say Eastern or Western first?
I said Western first.
So
and
the
it's
Eastern,
the Jets,
you got-
Stars, Avs, Wild Blues, Knights, Kings, Oilers.
And then on the Eastern side, you got Toronto versus Ottawa. Then you got Tampa Bay. You got the Dukes of the battle for Florida. You got Tampa Bay versus the Florida Panthers.
The Sunshine Showdown.
I don't know this. I don't watch. I watch hockey enough, but I don't know it that.
I was about to play something.
Yeah.
Quit looking at the screen and keep talking.
So then you also got the Capitals and the Canadians, or
Just say Habs.
the Habs. Then you got. Hold on. Then
You got
Carolina versus the New Jersey Devils.
I'm sorry, what?
I was playing Fanto by Chief Keef.
Gotcha.
So yeah, because it's
We do not care.
Shut up, Mike Tomlin. Proceed to Browns.
I think it's like a general rivalry, and it's been like I think. But
Where would you send Mike Tomlin if you had sent him to like the worst football team? Where would you send him besides Carolina?
the Carolina
Browns. Yep, that's
Carolina.
The Browns might actually be worse because they genuinely do not care. Play the bit.
Carolina.
The Browns about their football team right now.
We do not care.
Apparently, they only care about baseball, but
You mean the city of Cleveland?
yeah,
they care about basketball right now because the only team that's really doing a whole lot. Well, the
Guardians
are doing
have
well.
been pretty good.
Yeah, Guardians are doing well. It's only been the football team that's been the embarrassment this year.
Yeah.
Last year they weren't an embarrassment, but this year, because Kevin Stefanski was like one of the greatest coaching comebacks with that team last year. Joe Flacco ended up becoming the greatest quarterback of all time again.
Yeah.
Right.
What do you mean the GOAT?
Did you forget how he played
Yeah, I
to
know how
save
he
that
played.
team into the playoffs and eliminate the Colts?
That's true.
Uh-oh.
What?
You trying to get Dr. K on you again, Joy?
No, we're sorry, Dr. K. We're just talking sports
I'm
here,
not. I'm doubling
ma'am.
down.
Ma'am, we're just talking sports here. I'm sorry about my friend here. You can dog on him all you want. I'm just saying.
sorry about my friend here. It's crazy.
But please, I'm just here. I just
I'm
work
just
here, all
breathing,
right?
kinda.
I just work here.
I'm just breathing, kinda.
Right.
Yeah, but I think Carolina can at least get out of the first round. Keyword: just get out of the first round. Or key phrase: just get out of the first round. But the Cavs
What was the
look-
major? What was the tournament that Gary won?
Gary who?
Woodland.
Oh, the U.S. Open.
He won a major, and yet he didn't even make the Masters.
Yeah, but this was in 2019.
What was a actual tournament he won?
You have to win a tournament before the Masters in order to qualify for the Masters, I believe.
What did he finish?
He finished at the
second.
At the Valspar Texas Open, I think second, right?
Texas Children's Houston Open.
Yeah.
Gary Woodland, Topeka, Kansas.
Yep.
University of Kansas.
I kind of just spewing.
He was tied for 40th at the Valero Texas Open.
Yeah, he kind of dropped
He was cut
off.
from the Genesis, cut from the Palm Beaches.
What
cut From the
day?
players.
Second or third day?
He was just cut.
He missed the cut, yeah. But still, the comeback story is unbelievable. He played with a brain tumor. But another news, I guess, I don't know. I'm kind of just reaching on stuff. Let me think. I think, or at least what I think, Kansas football might be
cooked.
Might not. What do you mean by cooked?
Cooked. We don't got a quarterback.
What do you mean, Jalen's hurt again?
He declared for the draft.
Yeah, that doesn't mean he's gonna leave. He said he was staying.
He said he declared for the draft.
That doesn't mean he's gonna wait. I haven't. Recently agreed. This is as of on X, formerly Twitter. He said he's recently agreed to an NIL deal and is returning for the 2025 season.
We still don't got Saracen or whatever his name is. Do we still have Highshaw?
Yeah, we still have Daniel Highshaw.
Oh, okay. But what about wide receivers?
We got a bunch of dudes from the SEC coming in, like a bunch of former 3-stars from
Tight
the
end.
SEC. Jared Casey didn't really do that much on that offense, or at least not.
We need a
notable.
tight end then.
I think it's going to be
For the Chiefs, tight end will probably work best for you guys.
From Emporia. What's his name? Gosh darn it.
Gosh darn it.
His brother committed to Kansas State.
Whatchamacallit? he committed to whatchamacallit, Kansas State.
Let me think. He was really solid, but it's looking like let me see.
But anything you want to say, Victor, like about any Chicago sports? Anybody you want to rip into?
So I would say for Chiefs. I couldn't hear you. What'd you say?
Bears ownership.
Bears ownership. Jesus. Bears ownership need Jesus.
Leighton Cure. I think he
okay.
Yeah, Leighton Cure.
Okay.
He was at a Goodland. My bad, not Emporia.
Okay, okay. I'm gonna name an NFL team, and Victor,
Okay.
you're gonna tell me what they need.
Okay.
We're gonna start in the NFC South.
Okay.
Carolina.
Jesus. No. They need a line. They need a line. They need better protection for Bryce Young. Bryce Young has shown some semblance of brilliance in some of the games, even in losses. He's shown that he can get over mistakes, but you got to give him time to survey the field of the ball. He's not a quick passer. He's not a quick problem solver. You got to give him time to throw the football.
Well, I mean, that's just general with a bunch of new quarterbacks. They need time to read.
Saints.
Saints, I would say probably a little more defensive help.
And then also maybe trying to get rid of Lance Thomas.
And
That
maybe
too.
Carr.
Yeah,
Carr's been solid.
Carr's been okay. I think
Carr's just an okay
Well,
starting quarterback.
No, but he's probably going to miss the season. So he's basically getting a free year with the contract.
Oh, right. Okay.
So you got either Spencer Rattler,
Mm-hmm.
he's just that dog, all right. Spencer Rattler.
South Carolina legend.
Tell you what, that boy.
I'll tell you what.
That boy can whip the football. Tell you what, he can whip that thing around.
All right, the Atlanta Falcons.
Falcons need some more offensive weapons, I think.
I mean, they're kind of just a one-trick pony with Drake London and Bijan.
Honestly. Exactly. And then you need more people who are like.
And also, don't you dare do no Mooney disrespect. All right, Darnell Mooney had a hell of a season. He had a career season. You said Bijan Robinson, Drake London. That's it.
Those are the two main guys.
Darnell Mooney had more targets the entire year than London. That's a fun fact.
You're gonna need just another like weapon or two to kind of help out because those guys are
and
good.
Then maybe get rid of Kyle Pitts.
Yeah, getting rid of Kyle Pitts.
And
Kyle Pitts has not been throwing the ball worth at all. But
I think
that was with Cousins. With Penix, he got thrown the ball more, but they showed why he wasn't throwing the ball
because he was dropping it. Right,
he was fumbling more than the touch.
Especially when you had two chains there. You had 2 chains. There.
I'm sorry, Shaner, for that. I said he's fumbling more than Tuck rule.
Ooh.
The Buccaneers.
They got to get another weapon besides Evans. Evans was great, but you got to get another weapon to take the pressure off him because I can guarantee you they're going to double team and triple team him next year.
All right, we move into the East, and we're going to start with the Giants.
Yes. Giants need everything.
I mean, but kind of panning back to the
I think quarterback is a big thing. They got the weapons on offense. Tight end is also another big one that they could draft, but offensive line is the biggest one.
Yeah. But I kind of going back to Tampa Bay, Bucky Irving actually produced pretty well for Tampa Bay.
Yeah, Bucky Irving, running back.
Yeah.
And then you got Baker.
Let him bake, dude.
No, I can't respect a white boy that throw up the threes.
What do you mean?
You don't know what throwing up the threes mean?
No.
Like, or doing this.
Oh, fair enough.
What about the moronic republic of Cowboys Nation?
Okay, so first things first, they need a line. They need someone to run block. They need a good center or a good guard to run block, create some scenes on the inside between the numbers for Rico Dowdle. If you're going to go Rico Dowdle, you got to go with him and give him what he needs. You pretty good on receiver side because you got Devontae Turpin on one side, you got CeeDee Lamb on the other. I would say get a good tight end as well. Defensive side, I would say probably a corner or a safety, someone so they don't get getting beat deep, and give Micah Parsons some help on a blitz. As far as quarterback goes, it's touch and go because you already signed a large contract for Dak Prescott.
Just, and fake an injury.
Wait. As of this is hot off the press. As of 14 minutes ago, Kansas guard AJ Storr has officially transferred to Ole Miss.
Okay.
So what I'm hearing is we're not making March Madness next year.
We still will.
No, we won't.
What do you mean? No, we won't.
AJ Storr was like our leading scorer in that run.
Yeah, but Darren Peterson's just that guy, all right. Darren Peterson's just
Commanders. Well, I'm sorry, Redskins.
Commanders, the football team. What do we call them? Washington needs
That one team in Washington.
Yeah.
So-
What Washington needs another receiver. Give another weapon for your man to play with. For your man to
We
work
do
with.
Well,
not
you
care.
got
Yeah. Because
McCaffrey. You got Zacchaeus.
Mhm.
That's all I can name besides Scary Terry.
and yeah, that's the thing.
Then I
Name
just,
like a couple, and then there's Scary Terry.
I mean, kind of panning off of it. Have y'all seen Jane Daniels' IG after Kieran Lacey passed away? Dude is depressed.
He's going out with vengeance this year.
Probably.
This man actually might win the Super Bowl.
The thing is,
Yeah.
Jaden Daniels has already shown that he can run the ball, he can pass the ball.
That's
So now
Better than Lamar.
Yeah,
and
so
that-
now what you need is to get a better offense, give him a better offense system around him so that he doesn't have to do read options like how Cam Newton used to do.
Yeah.
Yeah. Eagles.
Everything Eagles would get would just be greed because I'm pretty sure everyone's staying on. I think the only thing that the Eagles would probably need would probably someone on the defense side of the ball, probably defensive line, maybe an edge rusher, just to get a little bit more pressure on the quarterback. Because a lot of the quarterbacks that the Eagles played were pretty much clean. They didn't really have a lot of dirt
Did
on
you
them.
miss the Super Bowl or something?
I watched the Super Bowl.
You saw the sacks, right?
I saw a few sacks, but again, sometimes the Kansas City offensive line was not standing up, and that was the thing that killed them in the last couple of games before they got to the Super Bowl.
But we move on to the NFC North, the Bears. Da Bears.
Pizza. The Bears just need pizza.
What did he? I don't get the joke.
Chicago's deep dish.
No, Bears need an O-line desperately. You have
And a new head
Yeah,
office.
you need pizza to lure some new O linemen in.
Yes, because here's the thing. I think Caleb can be something special if you give him time, just like Jaden Daniels and Bryce Young. You give them time, they can make something happen. You saw it a lot of times that Caleb Williams could make something happen with his feet and make something happen with his arm. I would rather him make something happen with his arms and his feet. DeAndre Swift, you got him for a steal. It's time to use him and get him a line that actually can create some seams. If you're gonna go with DJ Moore, you're gonna need to really get a slot to help him out, because if he's the number one option and everyone's guarding him, he can't create space. It's been very hard for him to create space. Romo Dunze, I don't love just
and
yet.
they also need a head coach that actually knows time management.
Use timeouts, exactly. Uber food.
right.
I am referencing.
How about those cheese heads over in Wisconsin?
That's the
I think
reaction we get.
I think middle presence defensively is probably going to be the best for them. Is
Well,
when
they
that
let
linebacker
Corey
position.
Valentine go though. That's the thing. They
Yeah,
let one of their defensive backs go.
right.
Yeah.
Offensively, they seem like they're pretty good though. They're good at running. They got some great weapons. And
Josh
Jacobs and Jordan Love is Jordan Love. He's gonna do Jordan Love things. So
And everybody loves him over there in that Northeast. What about the Vikes? Skull.
I think the Vikings are okay. I think they'll probably make a decent run, especially because I think that what's going to end up happening is the Bears going to get a little bit better, and the Pack could get a little bit worse depending on how the offseason goes. I think with the Vikings, I think they're going to need some O-line protection, some DL pressure, and possibly someone in the secondary. So
What about their quarterback situation? JJ McCarthy or Daniel Jones?
Well, we ain't picking Daniel Jones. I'm surprised Daniel Jones hasn't put in his application for Subway yet. Why do teams give him continue his jobs? I don't understand.
And finally, this one is, if you could find something wrong with this team, I wouldn't be surprised. The Detroit Lions.
Detroit Lions.
They need to stop choking.
They need a coach that can go to Gamblers Anonymous. Because I don't understand why Dan Campbell needs to continuously keep gambling every time he's playing. Like, you don't need to go on 4th down all the time. Keep your back pocket, punt, trust the defense. And I think that's what they need to do is they need to like shore up their defense. I would say probably either the linebacker or the secondary, because offensively they're pretty much set. They got great receivers, great tight ends, good slot. They got Montgomery, who is tearing people up.
Jahmyr Gibbs
as well. And I think that's where and I think it's where you really push them. You really give them offensively, they're set. Defensively, they have a couple of holes to break. And they can't go against a team that can actually put up points like they can. Just ask how to work with the Buffalo Bills.
Ooh. All right. We get to the NFC West.
Okay.
49ers.
Greed.
There's no greed when you're the worst in your division.
Well, the thing is, the Niners were just marred with injuries. If that team was healthy, you could probably see them possibly facing the Chiefs again. I just don't see much wrong.
Oh yeah, if the 49ers faced the Chiefs again, that would have been a 3-peat easily.
100%.
But because we got the Eagles, I was like, yeah, we're losing this from the beginning because they got Saquon.
Because you got
no. He's not Saquon, he's Saquads.
Now with Debo leaving.
Hey, I heard that laugh.
Now with Debo leaving, that does leave a hole for one of their wideouts. So that's probably what they're going to go for, is to pick up from there. And you're probably going to need. Well, no, you already have a good backup running back, maybe a third stringer.
Garando.
Yeah, with Garando, you might need a third stringer just in case both those guys go down. And I think maybe they're tight end to kind of help out with George Animal Kittle. But other than that, I think
don't
they're
say Devin Neal.
I'm not just saying Devin Neal.
Don't say Devin Neal, Blake.
Devin Neal. Real deal Devin Neal. He's that guy, all right?
So you want him to go to the 49ers?
I mean, I just want him to get good playing time in the league. He's that good. He's just undersized. He's like a
and
Darren
so was Deuce Vaughn, and look where he's at. He's in hell in the Moronic Republic of Cowboys Nation.
Oh my God!
That's because his dad works with the Cowboys.
The moment Vaughn's father gets fired from the Cowboys, where does he go?
I don't know.
He ain't going to the Chiefs.
Devin Neal, he's a modern.
By the way, apparently the Chiefs are going to stick with the Hunt Pacheco duo.
That 1-2 punch is kind of really good. Is really good.
They want,
especially
everyone's
when
starting
healthy.
to really want that Gibbs Montgomery. That's what I'm noticing, is that everyone's signing like a 2-star running backs, like to have those two guys that can throw 2 punches in the face,
or instead of just having one really good all around running back where that can maybe get hit and not, you have one. One elusive back and you have one power back.
That's where the greed comes in with the 49ers. They could trade up.
They could
trade with the Raiders and get Genty.
And
have CMC and Genty as their
that would be insane.
Would be
but right now he's predicted to go to the Raiders, which I don't want to happen. I'm scared. I'm scared for my life. I'm just scared for my life.
Yeah, we faced we've faced Derrick Henry. We're fine.
We couldn't get to Derrick Henry in the playoffs.
I mean, like,
oh wait, no, weren't they first round?
Yeah, they were against the Bills. But I'm saying AFC title game 2019, we faced Derrick Henry and the Titans.
That was the Titans
But still, it's Derrick Henry, and we stopped them.
I guarantee you it would have been Ravens-Eagles if
Buffalo didn't clutch up.
If Buffalo didn't clutch.
And also if Mark Andrews didn't fumble the football.
And also I think we would have been better prepared for the Eagles game if we did beat the Ravens.
Yeah.
But the Ravens were out for blood. They wanted to play us.
Yes, they did.
Everybody wants to play
that just didn't happen. Next up, I think is gonna be them.
You got Rams, Seahawks, and you got
Cardinals.
Cardinals.
Call of Booty Murray.
Call of Booty.
Yeah, I think you're about close to. If you're not there yet, you're close to scrapping the Kyler Murray project.
Yeah.
It's been going on for 7 years.
Yeah. It's like at some point, it's time to let this dream go, because
Man, he's just too dialed in on double XP weekend, man.
Right.
And,
He's got the
Verdansk
Doritos in
just
that
came
Mountain
back,
Dew.
dude. That might affect his performance.
Especially in spring training.
Was that
Or training camp.
he's all about that Doritos and that Mountain Dew.
Bro's out here whipping out the
Spivey,
MLG memes.
Spivey made this point earlier. I asked yesterday, do you think Kyler Murray would have had a more successful career in the MLB than he has in the NFL? And Spivey, Snowman, Vic, and Shaner all said yes.
Yeah.
But Spivey made this point. He wanted the money.
That's all it was. That's the same thing with the whole Orlando Brown switching to tackle. Is he wanted money?
Which is why Brown is no longer a part of the Chiefs organization.
Dude was not, but also, I mean, I honestly would rather prefer him than having whoever's out on our left tackle.
Joe Tooney?
No, what was his name?
Joe Tooney's our left tackle.
Not
Trey Smith?
No, not Trey Smith.
Jawan Taylor?
It was. Give me a second. He wasn't good. I can't remember his name though.
I love how I named basically like a good majority of the Chiefs O line.
No, but it was. And anyways, Trey Smith is a guard.
Okay, smart ass.
As far as the Seahawks go, I don't know what you do with them.
No DK.
No DK.
No Lockett.
Yeah, no Lockett, no DK. So you have really no wide receivers.
Jackson Smith and Jigba.
Okay, you don't have Geno Smith anymore. So where
That's
do
a
you
good
go?
thing.
It's a good thing if you have something to back it up, but if you don't have anything,
You mean they have? You know, I'm not going to say
Drew Lock.
I was about to say. Yeah, I think you know exactly what I was about to say.
Sam Darnold. Sam Howell.
Sam Howell. Okay, so you go with Sam Howell.
No, they got Sam Darnold.
Oh, Sam Darnold. Okay,
See, and go Sam Darnold.
I'll say the Sam Darnold.
And they
not that
picked
bad.
up MVS, and they got Cooper Kupp. You got to remember that.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So they're a bit more set than I thought they were. Cause I'm like, Sam Darnold's not that bad. He's pretty good. Yeah, I think I would say a running back is probably what they need the most, because they need to establish the running game like how they did with Beast Mode with Marshawn Lynch. If you have another running back that can get yardage like him, or say like a Derrick Henry, I think you really see a much different offensive philosophy for Seattle, and I think it's one that I don't think most people will be able to contest with. Rams, I think, are good offensively. I think defensively they may need a little help.
And now we move over to the AFC.
Time to go to the AFC. Okay.
South, Titans.
Everything. They need everything.
All right, next,
They
Jags.
was gouged. I said a backup for Trevor Lawrence, because I would not trust him being back after the hit he took. I'm not sure he'll be back.
Disease outside year hit.
Yep.
Oh, God.
The one that took him out for the year, and we saw Mac and Cheese Jones at quarterback.
Kraft Mac and Cheese Jones.
It's kind of
next
funny
is
that
them Indianapolis Colts.
Okay, so
Watch your words here.
Let's try not to conjure the anger of Miss K here.
I will say, I think this is probably
Mrs.
a question better for Snowman than for me. I would say they definitely need some online help and start running the football more. Use
Jonathan
Taylor. Use John Taylor.
I am a fantasy owner of Jonathan Taylor 2 years in a row. What's it called? 2 years renowned.
2 years running.
Jonathan Taylor, a fantasy owner. Run him, please. Please, for the love of God, run him.
Yeah, like you
you
guys
cost me my fantasy playoffs, man.
like you guys got to run him. That's why I say O-line help immediately so you can get John Taylor the football. Get him running.
The Texans.
How's the receiver core?
Tank Dell.
No digs.
No Diggs.
So
Tank
you
Dell's
got
coming off of that knee, basically.
Nico,
Mhm.
Dell, and Kirk. And they also pick up Justin Watson.
Yeah.
Okay.
Justin Watson's a really good one, and I'm going to be happy to see him dominate that wide receiver core.
Yeah. I think
And then
They
Tank
also still
Dell,
got
I think
Jonathan
Tank
Mechie.
Dell might be out for a good portion of the year.
They also said they also got Jonathan Mechie too.
Because
He'll miss the start of the 25-26 season.
was that the guy that had his knee basically get blown out?
Dell, yeah.
Yeah, okay, I was right. But Dell, he's going to be out for a while. I think still a pretty good while. I mean, if you watch that real time, his knee just fell apart after that hit.
Mm-hmm. All right, to the east, you got. Watch what you say here, Victor.
Mhm.
Them Pats.
The Pats.
The New England Knuckleheads.
The Pats need everything. The Pats are in dire straits now. Now, yes, they have a decent quarterback. I think they're going to go with Drake May. If that's the case, they need some receivers to join him, and you need a running back. Like I said, the Pats need everything. I'm sorry, Shaner, they do.
All right, what about the supervillains Jets?
The Supervillains. They need to stop trusting in Madden. That's what they need to stop doing. I think offensively another wide receiver or a tight end because we're running low on tight ends. So I would say a tight end might help them. A run game definitely would help them. So maybe a good guard or a tackle. As far as defensively, I say someone probably as a middle linebacker or an edge rusher or a corner.
Okay. For the Miami Dolphins.
Ooh. They need to get a better helmet for Tua to help him out. Or they need a backup for Tua because I've been we're all part of this group of saying, look, Tua needs some help. Tua may need to step away.
Or Tua just needs one of them neck roll collars from back in the 60s. Like a cowboy collar.
You mean the ones you can put on in Madden?
Yes. Like what Leighton Vander Esch was running? A cowboy collar? Yeah.
Yeah.
Next is the Buffalo choke against the Kansas City Chiefs wide right Bills.
Oh my God. Tell us how you really feel about the Bills, Troy.
Do you know what Josh Allen's really afraid of?
Going back to Wyoming.
A coin toss.
For the Bills, offensively, I think that if they keep the same core, they're good. I think they keep the same core, they're good. Maybe someone to back up Cook, but that's a little bit of greed talking.
Also, this is kind of a joke from a couple of years ago. Maybe not do a fake punt to DeMar Hamlin.
Yeah. And I would say maybe some more help for DeMar in that secondary.
More health or help?
Help. Just pick up a health pack, give it to him.
Next is the AFC West, the Raiders.
The Raiders.
They need Tom Brady to unretire.
Yeah, they need some help on that quarterback set.
I mean, right now they got Gardner Minshew, I think.
I think it's Gardner and Geno, isn't it?
Yeah, that's such a weird combo.
That's a horrendous quarterback room. That is horrendous. So they definitely need another quarterback. Because someone's got to get Brock Bauer the ball.
Yeah.
And so I would also say offensive line, maybe a center, and probably another wide out, but mainly it's going to be that quarterback core.
Yeah. I mean, I guess their main guy at wideout is still Hunter Renfrow, right?
I think so.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they need to get somebody else to kind of help him because he's getting up there.
Mm-hmm.
Next up is the Denver Broncos.
Denver Broncos. Wow. Well, I don't know what Denver's going to do because they basically gave up everything. They no longer have is Bo Nix. So here's the thing. Bo Nix is a tale of two halves. He could be good. We've seen him be good, and then we've seen him be Mo Picks. So the question is, is it the wide receivers you need to change? Is the line or what? Because you need to give Bo Nix more time with the ball. Just like a Caleb Williams, you need to give him more time to throw the football, make better decisions, not better picks.
Chargers.
Go back to San Diego. That'd be the first one. Yeah, I don't know what San Diego needs. There's a lot of stuff that they may need. I think offensively they're doing better. Maybe better running game, but that's about it. Because it's still Justin Herbert, right? Who's the you might need
Herbert against the world with that team.
Yeah, right? you might need another quarterback because Justin is getting up there. And you're gonna need some.
I don't know about that one, Victor.
You don't think so?
I no, because if Justin Herbert's getting up there, then Patrick Mahomes is getting up there.
They were drafted the same year in 2019.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, Patrick has just looked a whole lot better because
I was gonna say who's been taking the most abuse though.
Justin Herbert easily.
Yeah, because
right
now,
if we're talking about Mahomes' ankles, then that's a different story.
Speaking of Mahomes, the Chiefs.
The Chiefs.
We need a better offensive line. That's a damn.
Yeah, that's a given. That's a definite.
Maybe get maybe another corner in the draft, and then maybe another lineman because Chris Jones is getting up there. But really, there's not a whole lot to go wrong with that. Maybe another edge rusher because I think who do we got? I think it's still Mike Dana or something like that. But I do not try. I mean, I'm not saying this because I hate Kansas State, but just as an NFL
Dana, it's Karlaftis. That's our edge rusher.
That's one of them. But another one is Felix Umozuma from he's from Kansas State.
Onozuma.
Yeah.
Unazuma. Okay.
Yeah. But I don't think he's a good NFL talent. Especially whenever I watched the first round draft in Kansas City, whenever I saw them draft him, I was like, that's not the right move. He's not first round talent, but I mean, I could be proven wrong this year. Maybe he's made that big of a step.
We'll see.
But only time will tell.
You definitely get some O-line help just to keep Patrick Mahomes a little bit more comfortable in the pocket.
And fire Matt Nagy.
Why did you guys hire Matt Nagy?
We don't know.
The only worst thing would be getting Mike Eberflus.
Exactly.
Eberflus. So last up is the North. We're gonna start with Cleveland.
I don't know what you do at Cleveland. They need Jesus in the worst way possible. They've
already punted on 3rd and 9.
Yeah, you got Deshaun Watson because I don't know if they finally find a way to get him under that contract.
Watson.
Yeah, I don't know if they finally get under that contract, but I don't know how you do it. But good luck to him.
Yeah, who you on Chugs? Jameis Crab Legs Winston?
I would trust Crab Legs over Deshaun at this point.
Or maybe they draft Shador Sanders, which is a big if.
No, they're not drafting Shador. They need to draft. Well, we know the Browns. They're going to try and draft him, but
it's not going to pan out because they're just like Johnny Manziel. There's nothing there.
Right.
Next up is going to be the Bengals.
The Bengals definitely need some O-line help.
And they need to realize that it's Arrowhead, not Burrowhead.
Right. And maybe a backup for
Joey.
Yeah, for Burrow. Because they got a really good receiver core. From the games that I watched and called for Cincinnati, they got a really nice wide receiver core. And if I could get them the ball, I would. So I would get some O-line help for Joe Burrow, and maybe another running back, and maybe a possible backup for Joe, because Joe does have those mid-season injury scares.
I mean, also just another random tidbit that the city of the mayor, especially, I mean, he probably had the biggest say in this. The mayor of Cincinnati, who made a joke that Joe Burrow is Pat Mahomes' father,
Oh no!
refused to do any type of upgrades on their stadium. So I think he really got upset by them getting dog walked in
Yeah.
Burrowhead.
Yeah.
The one thing that the Cincinnati Bengals needs is a mouth cover because they need to shut up. Next up is them Steelers, the former home of Mr. Unlimited.
Mr. Unlimited.
They in 1 year they lost both of their freshly acquired quarterbacks, and Russell Wilson and Justin Fields. They're both not there.
Same.
So they need a quarterback badly.
We do not care.
No, we don't.
Hey, Mike Tomlin, how do you feel about your team going into this next season?
We do not care.
We can see that. You definitely don't care about winning.
Obviously.
And finally, last but not least, the Baltimore Ravens.
The Ravens need to realize they have Derrick Henry and start using him.
And maybe, I don't know, get a throwing quarterback, because Lamar consistently in the playoffs has not been getting it done.
Lamar likes to run the football.
So it's kind of a struggle because they got two ball hogs in the back of the.
Exactly. And one actually is supposed to do it. The other one is not.
He's supposed to throw the ball.
Throw the ball. Have Derrick Henry run the
Mahomes
ball.
does the same thing a lot.
But
of
also,
times.
Mahomes had no offensive line those past couple of years. So him.
And also, Kittle has been open multiple times throughout the year, and he still.
You
refused to throw.
mean Kelsey?
Oh yeah, Kittle has also been open for the Purdy fandom, and he still has refused to throw. But same thing for Kelsey. Kelsey's been wide open and just I'm gonna run it.
Yeah,
but I remember whenever Mahomes entered the scramble verse.
Yeah, scramble verse.
I so badly want
it was. It's a Gridiron Heights joke. If anybody saw that type of stuff on your
All
TikTok
right, ladies and
page.
gentlemen, we're gonna get out of here. Thank you so much for watching. And remember, I forgot Brian's outro.
Brian's outro.
Have a great rest of your day.
God bless. Remember to make your best move. And always remember,
James so scary. They're simply not big enough. Dream big, do bigger. We hope you are too. So long, everybody.